All right, hi everyone. So the next thing that we're making here is we're going to test out the style switcher. This is like the style toggling thing. Now a style is something that you have in Mapbox or in MapLibra. So this will work with a Mapbox or MapLibra map. But it's probably easiest to use with Mapbox just because of something you'll see in a bit. So a style is the underlying tile set. It's not any of this it's not the lines or points or anything like that that you put on there. It's all the underlying stuff. So you can see here in this test that as I press, it changes the underlying information. It takes a second to load the geographies again because that's the nature of these libraries, but that's how it works. So how do we make this? Okay, we're going in, we make a new map, and you're going to set it all up. You're going to make sure it's Mapbox or MapLibra, and then you're going to go over to Controls, and down here you're going to find the Style Switcher control. You're going to be able to change its position and so on. Now, you can add styles this way just as a single line, or you can add them as a custom JSON, and that's a bit complicated. As you can see, it's quite big. And then here I have another one that's just a plain Mapbox style. So you have to know a bit about how to handle these style JSONs. There's a bit of information about this if you come over to setup. It's one of the types of styles that you can initially load, and if you go to the Mapbox documentation, there's a bit of information about the style. It's a bit complicated, so unless you know a fair bit or you've found this in some documentation, for instance from MapTiler, it might be a little tricky to do this. But if you're just looking to add different Mapbox styles, this will be really easy. Now the idea here is that each line corresponds on the left with each line on the right, so that I have to press enter here to make sure that each one is on a different line. So the light style will load the style here. The test JSON style will load the one that's this whole shebang, which really takes up only one line because there's only one time that I press enter, which is right at the end. And this last one takes up this. Now we can also enter in the initial style title, which isn't given. You have to enter that in by default, otherwise it'll just be blank. So you can see here I have this tester thing, and then there's light, there's the test JSON style, and the satellite streets. And then you should be able to just switch between them. If we go to the front end version of this, it should load up just as usual. And there they all load. The one that's initial is loaded by default, and we can switch between them. So that's our style switcher. Have fun.